just follow good writing if you can find it, and that might mean like not working for a long time because it's rare, it's precious. Well, my journey in my career has always been trying to track down great writing, trying to have a nose for great writing. You know, I read an awful lot of books as a youngster, and I just love story. And like I brought up Enda Walsh, and he gave me my first ever job making a show called Disco Pigs when I was just turning 20, and it was a great piece of writing, and that kind of set the bar for me. So since then I've just been chasing great writing, and then by accident I came across these 2 episodes of Peaky Blinders, the first 2 episodes, and I kind of knew instantly it was excellent. Great writing, extremely original, extremely unique, extremely confident.
And are you looking for something specific in a character?
No, everything is a kind of a surprise, but only that I had never played a character like that before, so it has to represent a challenge or something new. At that time, I'd never played that kind of physically imposing character, I guess, that, you know, that sort of menace I'd never really kind of explored properly. So it was brand new, and I'd never done long form television either. So,
what does great writing mean to you?
I think it moves you, and I think it also excites you, and it's you can never predict where it's going. If it's predictable, I think the audiences are so clever, so smart. If it's something that they've seen before, or if it's recycled storytelling, they're out, you know. Whereas with Peaky was always really fresh, and that was Steve's genius.
You grow up as a person. You age over the years of the 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Do you think you changed as an actor as well?
I hope that you get better. Like, it's very rare. There's a few actors have had that thing of being given a script and to play a character at that point in their lives, and then to map it parallel to your own life fictionally over the course of 6 seasons and a movie. So effectively 38 hours of character work, and that's rare. So I hope it helps you expand and develop as an actor, yeah.
How do you get into a character like Tommy?
I did an awful lot of reading about Britain between the wars, about the effects of what we now know as PTSD, and you kind of have to figure out like the physicality and figure out the walk, figure out the voice, figure out the costume, figure out the mannerisms, figure out the energy of the character, all of that stuff.
Tommy has a walk.
Yeah.
And that's something that when you do that walk, it also pulls you into character?
Totally, yeah. I mean, it's all... and I suppose that's the blessing of having that length of time, is you can develop it.
Do you find yourself drawn to particularly complicated or complex or tormented characters? I
think that's where good art exists generally. Certainly in the art that I enjoy, it's never easy. It's a little tricky, you know. It's not reductive because human behavior is so weird. That's the stuff that I like.
What's it like to live with a character for so long?
Well, I did an awful lot of work in between, you know, so it doesn't feel like, you know, you constantly live in that character.
Is it like riding a bike? You're like, oh yeah, this is this guy again. I'm back to playing him again.
It became more familiar as I went on, but each time it required some amount of limbering up, you know what I mean, and conditioning and getting back into the mindset. It wasn't just like getting a haircut and walking on set. I never got to that level of ease with him. It was always that distance to travel, you know.
What initially was it that drew you to acting early on?
I think it was a segue from music, you know, we talked about music, and I think it was that live experience of trying to create that energy in a room, you know, and I always felt very comfortable on stage. Not very comfortable in a room full of loads of people, but comfortable performing in it. So it was just a natural thing to move from music into theatre, I think. You know? I've always said that kind of the less that people know about you, the more you can inhabit the character, you know, and just portray that character as honestly and convincingly as possible.
Because they don't think, oh, here's this guy who I know this and this about?
Yeah. And inevitably that becomes a little bit eroded, I suppose, if you're in more high-profile work, but you try and preserve it as best as you can. You know?
How do you try to preserve it? Because you're certainly doing high-profile work at this point.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. There's a tension always. Yeah, there's a tension.
How does it play out for you?
I guess you do take the work deadly seriously, and you promote the work because you want people to see it, and then you just go quiet. You know.
And that for me, you means going back to Ireland, walking the dog, being outside,
all of that? Yeah, just
seeing your friends.
go quiet. Yeah.